South Asia has taken a giant leap towards a more food-secure future with the inaugural South Asia Agri Summit on the 19th and 20th of January 2023 at the iconic Seoul Tea Hotel in Kathmandu, Nepal. It brought together over 400 agribusiness leaders and dignitaries from 8 South Asian countries and 12 partner nations including India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Pakistan, United Arab Emirates, Singapore, Myanmar, Thailand, Canada, USA, Brazil, East Africa, European Union and CIS. The aim of the summit was to transform South Asia into a food-secure agri-power through collaboration, connection, compassion, and cooperation. The summit was welcomed by Vivek Agarwal, MD of the non-profit organizing body Bharat Subcontinent Agri Foundation, and Kailash Singh, CMD of co-organizers TEFLers.
Thanks to each and every delegate who come so from Canada, US, Dubai, Singapore. I really don't know how to say thanks to you, all of you. Our mission is to connect the people from all over the world with the trader, the supplier, in a good form that they can connect each other, help each other, and we have to give them opportunity on summit basis that they can invest money in agri startups. And this trade barriers between South Asia agri countries, India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, जहाँ भी जो छोटी-मोटी अपनी ट्रेड बैरियर्स है, उस इशू को एड्रेस करके हम गवर्नमेंट के सामने लाना चाहते हैं, and we try to reduce the barrier. Let's make one word, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam.
Talking about Nepal, जब नेपाल की याद आती है, it's a beautiful country, rivers flowing so beautifully, deep forest, mountains, snows, and इसको छोड़ के the people are so beautiful, so wonderful. The associations so supporting, organizations have extended so much of support to make this event. You are really the reason of the success of this event. So we have to think something out of the box, some innovative solutions, and this kind of conferences are really meant for that, from starting from macro to supply chain to farm to folk. So these 2 days conference may be small for 2 days, but I'm sure it is going to be a good beginning for regional cooperation, for capacity development, for research.
During this opening session, Sudhakar Tomar, chairman of the South Asia Agri Forum and India Middle East Agri Alliance, delivered the theme address and highlighted the challenges and opportunities that can be explored not just in South Asia, but across the globe.
Very happy to announce that we have attendance of more than 400 delegates from 12 countries. That I stand in front of you for a dream that one day we will have a unified South Asian agri-trade, and for very long we have been marred by petty differences of political and economic nature, but I think there are many more things which unite us than divide us. So one day when we have a South Asian regional food security shield, one day when we have complete free movement of goods and services related to agri-trade, one day when we have export surplus from South Asia region, one day when we have no food security or shortage of the food, when the right, sufficient, nutritious, affordable food is available for each and every citizen of our South Asian countries and with the support of partner nations.
The highlight of the day was an insightful and detailed keynote address delivered by Nalin Fernando, Minister of Trade, Commerce and Food Security of the Government of Sri Lanka. Ahmed bin Sulayem, Executive Chairman and CEO of Dubai Multi-Commodities Centre. Yeshi Dorji, Ex-Minister of Agriculture of the Government of Bhutan. S.K. Reddy, Indian Ambassador to Brazil. Dr. Govind Prasad Sharma, Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, Government of Nepal. Dr. Toya Nayarangaiwali, Secretary Government of Nepal. Siraj Hussain, Ex-Secretary Agriculture, Government of India. Atul Chaturvedi, Executive Chairman, Renuka Sugar. And Baba Ramdev, Yoga Guru.
I believe that this summit will bring global leaders together from leading public and private corporations from South Asia, representing agribusinesses, trading, import and export, and agri-processing industries to deliberate ways and means to enhance intra-regional agri-trade and investment flows. In order to broaden the scope of multilateral investment, I hope that summit will also deliberate on this changing landscape of the agri-startup, innovation, agri-exhibitions, agri-trade in South Asia. I strongly believe the South Asia Agri Summit 2023 will focus on the identify and building a consensus on multilateral and the regional trade and investment policy actions and industrial arrangement to improve the trade and economy opportunities for the agri-trade in South Asia.
The long-standing relationship between the UAE and the South Asia region is a historic one, an exemplary model built on respect, mutual interest, and cooperation. Our two regions have close ties, politically, economically, and culturally. The South Asian expatriate community is the largest in the UAE, constituting close to 65% of our population. This has created powerful human and trade corridors between the UAE and South Asia. Current bilateral trade between UAE and South Asia is worth over $100 billion, and this covers a diversity of sectors from energy, precious stones, to gold, medicine, and agriculture. Naturally, India features prominently in our overall trade picture. India is in our top 5 trading partners in the world, and bilateral trade is reported to have climbed above $88 billion in 2022. UAE has over $1 billion bilateral trade with Sri Lanka, and it is the Maldives' biggest export partner. And even in Bhutan, exports have grown by 20% every year over the past 15 years. These are all positive stories that show the wonderful diversity of the UAE's trade relationship with South Asia that is growing all the time.
The agricultural trade within the region, I think we need to enhance. And there are different ways. But compared to many years, I think it's improving. And improvements are mainly because of the road network, other one, air connectivity, and also there are now, with this modern technology, use of ICTs, it's not that bad, but I think the future looks prospect. Only thing is the governments of the different countries, we need to give better opportunity, we need to be serious so that the agriculture trade among the South regions can flourish. So what I can see is, I think, being in a government, I think the one basis for regional integration is that the policy, at the policy issue, I think we need to strengthen that one. And maybe because of this, I think we can have a better trade.
Today, when we look at the quantum of research that is being undertaken, when you look at how rapidly the technology is changing, and the fact is that today there's a need for us to come together, to share our knowledge, to share our experiences, and importantly, make technology affordable, especially for the farmers across the world. Because one of the main challenges our farmers are facing is in terms of adequate remuneration for the hard work which they put in for producing the food. And unless this is met, this is going to be a challenge for them. And hence, it becomes even more important for us to adopt the policy of what we call democratization of technology, so that it is easily available and widely available and scalable at a mass level by all farmers around the world. And hence, this conference is very important in terms of bringing together the various opinion makers, the decision makers, and ultimately the farmers themselves to exchange ideas and identify new areas of innovation, cooperation, and also for engaging between the different stakeholders.
We need to encourage farmers so that they can better increase their production with more varieties, and they can supply and they can continue their business. Some of the issues related to the farmers level, they need a high variety, they need some high sugar content variety, improved variety, and also mechanization, and also some new technology so that they can produce more and more at the farmers level, and also quality production. Okay. You know, the industry men, they are complaining farmers that they are not providing quality sugar cane to the industry. At the industry level, okay, they need to be protected. So at the farmers level, farmers' right also need to be protected at their end.
I believe that the objective of this summit is dynamic, cross-cutting, and utmost important because of the different theme and discourse, such as research and innovation, food security, finance for innovation, nutrition ecosystem in the Asia Pacific, and many others. The summit will be productive to discuss and identify the key areas to increase the intra-regional agri-trade, investment inflow, research and development, creative innovation, and also discuss highly untapped agri-sector in this region. Similarly, the summit will also discuss to identify and build common understanding on bilateral, regional, and multilateral trade and investment ecosystem, policy reforms and actions, institutional arrangement, and to promote trade and economic opportunities for agri-trade in the South Asia.
As the world was slowly emerging back to normalcy after 2 years of COVID-19 induced problems, in February 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, which caused an upsurge in global prices, especially wheat, corn, edible oils, sugar. As a result, several countries of the world have been facing very high food inflation. Germany, unlikely places like Germany, 21%. USA, in November, 12% food inflation. Turkey, of course, more than 100%, and Argentina about 92%. So in that sense, South Asian region seems to be doing relatively better, except Pakistan, where in December, the food inflation was about 35%. Nepal did relatively well, about 7.4%. Bangladesh also did quite well, about 8%. And of course, Government of India has been very highly sensitive to inflation even before the Russian invasion to Ukraine. And with a population of 1.4 billion, the Government of India and the RBI accord very high priority. And as a result, in December, we had inflation of only about 5.7%. So well done. And food inflation came down to 4.6% in December. So Indian government and the Reserve Bank of India have done quite a good job as far as food inflation is concerned.
First and foremost, I would like to congratulate Sudhakar and Kailash Bhai for actually conceptualizing this concept of regional cooperation. In fact, my only request to Sudhakar was, instead of calling it as South Asian Regional Summit, we must actually call it as a forum. This forum, over the years, can actually develop into an area of strong cooperation in the regional areas and probably give a lot of support to the SAARC activities, which largely have been lying very low. In fact, it could actually support SAARC in a big way. As far as edible oil is concerned, we have or we are rather trying to have this kind of a regional cooperation, and we are calling it as the Asian Palm Oil Alliance. This would give the forum, and I'm sure APOA can also be part of South Asian Agri Forum. It can give a lot of voice to our industry and all stakeholders. So this is something which we feel we need to do.
BSAF के माध्यम से और टेल फ्लास के माध्यम से उन जो पूरा साउथ एशियन एग्री समिट का आयोजन नेपाल काठमांडू में किया है, और मुझे विश्वास है इससे व्यवसाय के क्षेत्र में, उद्योग व्यापार के क्षेत्र में नई दिशाएं, नई संभावनाएं, नई समृद्धि के द्वार खुलेंगे, और भारत नेपाल सहित अपने पड़ोसी देशों में समृद्धि के साथ साथ संबंधों को एक नई मजबूती मिलेगी। इस समिट में अपने पड़ोसी देश एक दूसरे के और करीब आएंगे और हम एक दूसरे की भावनाओं का आदर करते हुए कुछ नए कीर्तिमान गढ़ेंगे।
The summit was supported by 20 national associations, including Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Confederation of Nepalese Industries, Global Pulse Confederation, Nepal Sugar Producers Association, Asian Palm Oil Alliance, Solvent Extractors Association of India, India Middle East Agri Trade Industries and Investment Forum, Overseas Traders Association of Myanmar, and had 70 sponsors, patrons, media, and knowledge partners and exhibitors. The summit's TV partnership was with Z Business. The event witnessed over 50 global speakers gracing the stage and stressing on the necessary measures to inculcate sustainable changes as global economy is going through massive transformation. Later in the day, a valuable panel discussion that delved on the complexities of oil and oilseeds industry was moderated by Mrityunjaya Jha.
2023 में डिमांड ज़्यादा ऑयल की या सप्लाई ज़्यादा?
I think this year demand is going to be a little bit slower, probably because of recession. And the supply seems, overall good.
ठीक है, आप कह रहे हैं कि मंदी की वजह से डिमांड कम होगी, सप्लाई ज़्यादा होगी। आप मेहता जी?
See, as I said, supply is higher than demand, so that will bring a pressure on the price.
ओके, सप्लाई हायर। दो जवाब सप्लाई हायर क्या हैं सर, आप बताइए।
मैं तो शुरू से बोल रहा हूँ सप्लाई इज लाइकली टू बी हायर देन डिमांड, और 617 मिलियन टन अगर क्रॉप हो रही है वर्ल्ड वाइड, ऑब्वियसली।
ठीक है, सप्लाई इज लाइकली टू बी हायर देन डिमांड। आप सर बजोरिया जी?
Because of lower prices, demand has increased. That is a good thing. Because for consumer, these prices in India, तेल जो है 110 रुपये kg, 120 रुपये kg is very reasonable. What he has paid 170, 180, 200 रुपये kg. So demand is also increasing, supply is also increasing. But supply is increasing at higher speed.
जीतेगा कौन सर डिमांड और सप्लाई में?
No, the demand is increasing, supply is increasing, but supply is increasing slightly higher than demand.
Yes. आप सर?
Recession or no recession, supply will outstrip the demand.
ओके, चल जी।
मेरे हिसाब से भी इस साल में क्योंकि प्राइसेस स्टेबल है और पर कैपिटा कंजम्पशन भी इंक्रीज होगा, तो डिमांड अच्छी रहेगी, बट सप्लाई विल ओवरपास डिमांड। सो देयर विल बी मोर अवेलेबिलिटी, डोमेस्टिक और इंटरनेशनल दोनों से। मस्टर्ड बड़ी क्रॉप, सो देयर विल बी अबंडेंट सप्लाई। सो ये रहेगा।
6-0 से सप्लाई जीत गई है, मतलब हमारे जितने भी एक्सपर्ट हैं सब कह रहे हैं कि इस बार सप्लाई ज़्यादा रहेगी कंपेयर टू डिमांड। तो ये एक हेडलाइन यहाँ से निकल कर आई है कि सप्लाई के मोर्चे पर कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, कंफर्टेबल सिचुएशन है। एडिबल ऑयल के मोर्चे पर सप्लाई के फ्रंट पे अगर कहीं आपको ऐसी कोई न्यूज़ दिखे कि सप्लाई बहुत कम होने वाली है, दिक्कत होने वाली है, तो आप इस पैनल पे ट्रस्ट कर सकते हैं। सारे लोग कह रहे हैं कि सप्लाई इस बार कंपेयर टू डिमांड बेहतर रहेगी।
Another high point of the event was a captivating plenary expert session moderated by the Sudhakar Tomar, where Vijay Sardana, Deepak Parikh, gave an insight on the dynamics of agribusiness, exploring value chain thinking and the role consumers play in our rapidly evolving food systems. In a thought-provoking session by Vivek Agarwal and Tanvir Zaidi gave valuable insights on various pulses like chickpeas, lentils, pigeon peas or tur.
अभी जो अब डिस्कशन में पता चलेगा कि थोड़ी सी भी तुअर क्रॉप शॉर्ट लग रही है या थोड़ा कम फिगर लग रहा है, सो दे स्टार्ट प्लानिंग टू दे स्टार्ट प्रोक्योरिंग, दे मेक एमओयू विद द अफ्रीकन गवर्नमेंट, बर्मा गवर्नमेंट, और पूरे वर्ल्ड पे अवेलेबिलिटी पे इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग पैनी नज़र है भारत सरकार की कि मैं आपको एश्योर कर सकता हूँ कि आने वाले 1 साल पे दालों में जो तेजी पहले आती थी वो इम्पॉसिबल है, बिकॉज दे हैव वेरी वेरी प्री प्लान, गवर्नमेंट बफर स्टॉक रख रही है, गवर्नमेंट की जो बाइंग स्ट्रेटेजी है कि प्राइस कुछ भी हो लेकिन हमारे पास बफर स्टॉक उस प्राइस पे रहना चाहिए जो कभी भी प्राइस को इन्फ्लेट ना कर सके, प्राइस बढ़ ना सके। गवर्नमेंट का एक बहुत क्लियर एजेंडा है कि किसी भी हालत पे कंज्यूमर को ऊंचे प्राइस पे दाल नहीं मिलेगी, उनको सस्ते दाल पे हमेशा उपलब्धता बनी रहेगी, और मेरे ख्याल से इस पे कोई भी चेंज नहीं आने वाला है।
8 monumental memorandums of understandings were signed between multilateral organizations of Nepal, India, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, Myanmar and Sri Lanka, including the Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Dubai Multi-Commodities Centre, Global Pulse Confederation, Singapore Pulses and Grains Federation. In recognition of their contributions to the agri-trade, the Visionary Leadership Award was conferred upon Mr. Ahmed bin Sulayem, Executive Chairman of DMCC. Government of Dubai, and the Agri Leadership Award was given to Mr. Harish Taliini of Arab India Spices, Ajman, United Arab Emirates. The summit was truly an eventful chapter that opened new ideas, provided unique opportunity to interact and network with the global community. The summit concluded with an award ceremony where the dignitaries were felicitated for their contributions towards a sustainable future. The South Asia Agri Summit 2023 has set the tone for a more food-secure future, and we can't wait to see what the future holds.